this top to burn. Yeah. Alright. Come on, ready? That right there. That's exactly what I was going for. Bailey, can I turn the camera on? It's burning a lot, right? I'm going to cut off the oxygen. See how it's dying out? Now, I'm going to open this, and all the oxygen is going to come back in, and it's going to burst out. It's going to flash over. So now it has all the oxygen that it needs. I'm also talking, I could also talk to the class like this. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting off the oxygen to the fire, which is starving it and removing it from the fire tetrahedron or triangle, whichever one. So it takes a little bit. So as I do this, the oxygen is slowly cut off as the fire burns it through. And then when I open this back up, the oxygen is reintroduced back into the heat and the fuel, causing fire again. Oh. And this is my project. Bailey, you should send this to Mom. That it's working. The thing. Here, come here, look. Oh, take a second. Marvel at my genius. No, he was doing arson. He was showing how arson detectives find out. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting off the oxygen to the fire. Oh, come on. Stop. Yeah, it's too much. There we go. So now we just wait for this one to burn out, and then we go to the other one. Yeah, doesn't matter. Well, yeah, that's all I needed to show. Hot, right?
their locker room for their first CIF game, and they're out bitching and complaining about it instead of like being like nice about it. And so
Whew, this is still hot. I should wear the gloves when I touch this.
Miss Ryan was like, okay, we're not doing CIF, like we're not doing like giving them a buddy thing this week because they've been unappreciative. And they just posted something on Instagram. It's like FVHS football. It's like shout out to the cheerleaders for cheering at every game and giving slash making us something before every game. I'm like, that's not good enough. I don't know. It's funny. Coach Johnson though like wanted to know like every boy would give something to a cheerleader. I like that because I don't want something. I'd rather just have them like do extra work for being dicks, you know. That makes me happy.
Oh, my creation. I wonder if that's too much fire.
That's a lot of fire. It is.
Going too high.
No.
One time during Christmas, Ricky, we would have the fire on,
I'm just gonna
and
open
Dad
that
would
thing just in case.
put all like the wrapping paper, you know, in the fire just so that it burned, and it got too big, and Dad went on top of the house and poured the hose down the chimney to dye it down, or something like that.
Up, and the thing was, one of the pieces of cardboard blew up.
Yeah.
And then so it was blocking it off, and Dad noticed smoke was coming through. So then he went to the top and put water on it, so it would push everything down.
Dad was the one that goes on the roofs and pokes holes in the roof so that the fire can leave. Because you know how y'all have like jobs. That's what he did.
He does ventilations with the chainsaw.
Going up in here.
Then I'm gonna wait for this whole thing to die down. Better I can just put on my gear and
And what? Stomp on it?
no, put the gear and the gloves on.
Oh,
And
so
then
it's not
the
bad.
face mask. He doesn't have like the scuba mask. He's just a face mask. Heat mask, I should say.
I'm doing that rest.
I missed hope studying.
Okay, well you said.
Help studying for what?
Spanish, but I don't really know how to study for
Bean, we
it.
got a TV.
You do flashcards. You do flashcards, or I say words
No,
to
it's not.
you.
It's like I have to write 100 words and use 20 verbs.
Then do it.
But that's the quiz.
Okay. Give me the 100 words.
No, I have to make
If
sense
you're making
out of the
excuses to not study, it's not gonna work.
I have to make sense out of the words.
Yes.
And
Then
I
I'll
already
say,
know
what's the
20
Spanish
words.
word for us? Nosotros.
That's
It's
weird.
we. That also includes us, is it not?
But, I can't fail it though. That'll bring me down to a B.
Then bring it over here and I'll help you.
There's nothing to bring over though.
What do you mean? You just left all your homework stuff to study at home?
No, you need to go think of 20 verbs, because I know you know how to create sentences, you need to know 20 verbs.
I already know 20 verbs.
Tell me. 20 verbs. Go.
Well, she has charts in the class, but okay. Okay. Comer, eat, vivir, live, quiere, want, eres, are, like are you, eres. Trabajar, work. Bailar, dance. Caminar, walk. To drink is beer.
Well, that's.
A
It's
blar.
not. Bever isn't to drink, isn't it? To thirst.
To drink.
Okay.
A
You
blar
guys know
shot.
everything.
Um, Bank is I don't know.
Always start with the bottom layer and go to the top. Or else you just dump the thermal layer in, which can cause flashover. And we don't want flashover. So Ricky, do you know those 20 verbs?
I know most of them.
Going on a trip in a rocket ship. Ugh.